Past generations in the rural farming community of Tullahought understood the importance and value of a reliable local water supply. Less than 50 years ago, the majority of homes and farms did not have a piped water supply. Animals occupying land without a water source needed to be brought to a roadside stream regularly. Watching patiently while livestock drank their fill, or not, coined the proverb, "You can lead a horse to water, but you can't make it drink." Before the arrival of milk coolers and bulk tanks, farmers placed their milk churns in the nearby stream to keep the milk cold. Household water for drinking and cooking was sourced from the community well, spring, or pump, with often ingenious methods of transportation. Livestock housed indoors were brought water by the bucketful. Milk churns, buckets and other equipment had to be washed after use. The vegetable plot and flowers required watering in dry weather. To facilitate this demand for water and conserve the supply from the well, a water barrel stood underneath every downpipe of the residence and farm buildings. The advent of the Tullahought Community Water Scheme and private wells in the 1970s brought a sea change to this way of life. Water on tap meant an end of the daily visit to the well, and the water barrel was redundant. Water troughs on the land brought an end to watering the animals. Even then, the rural dweller was paying for the water used, either through the sinking and maintenance of the well, or by contributing to the community water scheme. With the advent of water shortages and hosepipe bans, the age-old tradition of water harvesting is making a comeback. The water butt is returning to the downpipe. Large tanks are used to harvest rainwater for the vegetable patch, flowers, and washing the car. Farmers are harvesting rainwater in underground storage tanks to use on the farm. Here we see 2 IBC tanks being used to collect rainwater from the downpipe. A small submersible pump is used to pump the water to the vegetable patch. This dairy farmer is collecting rainwater from his sheds, which is then filtered and stored in an underfloor tank to be pumped to the milking parlour to wet the cow's udders prior to warm washing and also to wash out the stalls. The local well still provides water to thirsty visitors and feeds into the former watering place, which has been developed into a wildlife reserve and valuable educational facility for the younger generation. The wildlife ponds provide water to farm tanks in the valley through a gravity feed system. At the opposite end of the village, the watering hole at Curran's Bridge has been transformed into a peaceful waterside retreat. Water is a precious resource that we must manage effectively. All of the water used in the home and on the farm does not need to be of drinking quality. Past generations, through necessity, understood the need to protect water sources and harvest rainwater. The present and future generations can learn from their example.